Hi, hello. I'm going to send a link really quick. Okay. So, I had some friends who were interested in seeing what I was doing in order to troubleshoot my computer. Checked disk defrag RAM disk cleanup. Okay, so essentially, and I might leave this up as a YouTube video. I don't know, for other people to, like, I don't know, see if they're able to troubleshoot their computer stuff. But essentially, what I have going on is my computer, when I'm playing games, a variety of games, will entirely freeze up. I'm not able to enter any commands via the keyboard. I'm not able to, do anything with the mouse, anything like that. It will start looping a sound, and the only way that I'm able to, so far at least, that I've been able to get out of it is to hold down the power button in order to hard restart my computer, essentially. I have a list of things here that I tried. When this first started, so this has been happening to me for years. I initially thought that my computer was just overheating. The reason I thought that was it would only happen if I'd been playing games for typically longer than like 6 hours. So I'm, playing a lot. And additionally, it would happen like once if I did that, right? It gets hot in my office here. The AC circulation from my office isn't very good. I have a ceiling fan that I run, and obviously the computer fans, but it gets really warm in here if I play games in here all day. That was why I thought it was an overheating issue. And so because I thought it was an overheating issue, I started with that. I tried modifying my CPU, GPU, and chassis fan in order to keep the temperature low. And when it was still happening, I grabbed, I started monitoring the actual temperatures. Like, I had it actually log what the temperature was up until the issue occurred. And I actually have one of these logs that I can pull up here. And as I look at these logs, my GPU usage is at 70%. I think that's probably fine. GPU temperature is at 68, which is fine. This was just a crash that I decided I would try and get some physical logs so I could look back on it if I needed to. And as I'm going down here, CPU temperatures are all in the low to mid 50s, and CPU utilization is all also, almost all of them are below 50%, other than CPU 1 and CPU 3. The rest of them are below 50%. So I don't think my CPU is overloading. I don't think my GPU is overloading. My RAM is fine. I have, 8 times 4, I have 32 gigs of RAM in my PC. So I have determined that it is not any of those, or I believe it's not any of those things. So let me pull this other stuff back up. So what else have I tried? I tried checking my graphics drivers. I go out here, I look for drivers. I updated this 8.10. 8.10 was the most recent update. There are no more, I can click on the check for updates, but there's nothing new out for that. I reinstalled every motherboard driver that was out there for my motherboard, and I was still having the issue. So then I began to suspect that maybe this is like a hardware problem, like something's wrong, maybe the RAM's dirty or not in all the way, and as I'm playing, it's accelerated a lot. Like I mentioned that it used to happen like once every 6 hours. Recently, I haven't been able to play video games for much longer than 30 minutes without it crashing when I'm streaming. When I'm not streaming, it lasts longer, but when I'm streaming, it's like half an hour recently, which has been really, really frustrating. So I had to find the keys for my computer. They ended up falling underneath the computer and being in a dust bunny type thing, so I didn't see them when I looked under my computer right away. But I found it. I pulled out all of the RAM. They looked fine. I cleaned them off just in case using just a moist paper towel and then drying it thoroughly before plugging it back in. I plugged them all back in the same order. And then the graphics card was a little dusty, so I also wiped that off with a moist paper towel and then dried it before turning it on. Turned it back on, was still having the issues. At that point, so a lot of this has happened over a span of time, partly because I get frustrated with things, and so I'll give up and come back later, and partly because I truly feel like I've exhausted a lot of what I know how to do. I'm pretty good at computers, but I just feel like I'm at a loss at this point. I don't know what the issue could be based on what I've done. So I did some research. I was looking around online and I found out that Windows had this memory diagnostic tool, which I ended up running both the standard and extended version of. I ran the standard twice, which was pretty fast, and it worked fine. I ran the extended. I told it to run 15 times. I started that at 9:30 last night, and when I got on my computer at 9 a.m. this morning, it hadn't even finished the fifth one yet. But in the first 4 and 80% of the fifth one, it hadn't run into any issues, so I just escaped out of it. I didn't realize it was going to take that long. I also checked my disk defrag, which was fine. That was something that I learned years and years ago to set up. So I have that all set up, and that's all good. I also ran a disk cleanup, even though there wasn't hardly anything there. I've restarted everything ever, and that's kind of where I'm at with this. I began asking for advice from my workplace yesterday. I work in IT, and there I work with a lot of very, very smart people who know a lot more about computers than I do. I don't know. I'm not a computer expert. I'm like a computer power user. I'm really good, but I'm really good at what I know, but I'm self-taught, and I don't get really into stuff. I built my own PC, but I did it with help from somebody else. They were telling me, "Oh yeah, this part's good, this part's not," just because I didn't have a lot of context for what all of that was. So that leads me to where I'm at now. I got some new advice from somebody else that I work with. They're telling me that they like to use HWinfo64 for monitoring temps and other things to Windows. So he's recommending I run that and then stress test each component, the CPU and then the GPU. And then he gives me some stuff in order to do that stress testing. So I guess whoops, that's the wrong thing. First thing I'm going to do, I don't know what this HWinfo is. Okay, it's a piece of software. Sure. Free download. Installer portable. I suppose okay. Free download. Local US. That's an ad. Close the ad. What is happening here? hardwareinfo.com/download. Is one of these an ad? I told it to block because it did the thing. Okay. Free download. Local US. Oh, it's done already. Okay. Open file. Phone's going off. Okay. Installing this. While that is installing. Oh, launch. Finish. Look at that. Already done. Non-commercial use only. Run. A new version is available. Update is... Okay, go to the download site. This is the same site that I was on. Okay. I'm just going to ignore that then. So that's clearly incorrect. Alright, so what do I got? There's a system summary. Shows what my GPU is. Okay. As I said, I'm not an expert, so I don't know all of this stuff, but like to me this is probably saying that it's okay right now, right? Oh, driver update. What's this do? Windows 10 driver repair tool. Oh, nope, I don't need that. I thought maybe it was the update for the thing. Board, central processor. Can I shrink this? I can. Okay. So what is this telling me? What else do I have in here? Drives, audio network ports. Oh, there's the PCI stuff. Oh, dum. Memory. These are my RAM sticks. Alright. Okay, excuse me. Obviously, I'm not new to this. Sensors. Sensors! Oh, this is nice. Okay, so we can see all my temperatures. Okay. So now I can do... Okay, he wants me to do some load testing. He said I can use Cinebench, which will load up every core and then watch how... Okay. So let's figure out what Cinebench is. No, thank you. No, thank you. Test it with Cinebench. So this is what I'm seeing. Leverages, popular tool. By the way, if this randomly cuts out on me, it is because of the issue. It's free. Get. Open. Get. Install. Okay. It's doing a bunch of stuff in the background. Active clock. I wonder what that means. I truly don't know. Is this thing that there's a warning there for that? Launch Cinebench. Okay, so it's telling me, so it knows what my processor is, all of this stuff. Evaluate your computer's performance capabilities. Multi-core. Okay. Click on the start button to run the test. So let's start multi-core. Performing render test, preparing project. Render pass 1. Okay, I'm going to put that over here on the left. So what it's doing is it's doing a bunch of loading of pictures and stuff like that, but I want that on the left so that I have all of this stuff up on my screen. It's literally building a picture. That's interesting. It's like doing a bunch of tiles, loading them in. I'm going to pull the stream up on my phone just so that I can see chat, because I can't see chat while this is going on. So it looks like this test is going to take another 8.5 minutes. But as I'm looking at, like, temperature just in... Oh, okay, so that's telling me how much I have left before the computer runs into problems. Okay. I genuinely don't know what I should be looking at in here. I'm hoping that this is going to give me something useful, but... Alright, it's doing a second pass of the rendering. I think that this window's not actually showing me anything I need to be looking at, so I'm going to close out of that window. Oh, that's what that was. That's the summary. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you're here to make fun of me, Gage. I appreciate that. Where did my mouse go? That's what this is. I minimize this. I'm also going to have this MSI Afterburner thing up, just because it has this nice thing that I can look at, and this nice thing that I can look at. CPU temp. Whoa, CPU temps are getting up there. Okay. Ah, it is running all of my CPUs at 100% for this test, which is what it's supposed to do, right? So that's good. Pass 2 is done. Here comes pass 3. Oh, you can see the dip in CPU utilization when it got done with the pass and started the next one. That's really funny. Funny to me anyway. CPU power, RAM usage, commit charge. Temperatures are staying around the 70s, which I think is fine. GPU's going down, 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 which is good. GPU utilization staying fairly low, which is fine. Oh, I needed to do the, what was it? Yeah, general profile, monitoring. Recreate, apply, okay. I want to make sure that it's logging this, just in case we do catch something. CPU temperatures are all staying 70, CPU staying 100%. Keep monitoring the temperature, I guess. Am I trying to avoid doing a factory reset? I mean, I would really like to not have to do a factory reset, Gage, yes. Kirito, how's my PC? It's... I don't know. I tried streaming the last couple days some Genshin Impact, and I'm not able to stream more than 30 minutes before it crashes. So it's kind of rough. I was given some advice. So right now I'm currently doing some benchmark testing with a free app called Cinebench to check my CPU. It's trying to keep my CPU loaded at 100% constantly, which it is successfully doing. Oh, and it just finished that pass, so now it's going into pass number 4. You can see that dip. The food is done. I'm going to go grab that quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I mean, okay. CPU's staying good, I think. This is, what, a 10-minute test? It's almost done. 30 seconds, it'll be done. Yeah, sorry, this probably isn't very entertaining to you guys. I had a couple friends say that they were interested in watching me troubleshoot because they were interested in the process. And then I had a couple other friends say that they wanted to watch because they might be able to help. Have I lowered the streaming Genshin settings? I haven't. So the problem... So it doesn't only happen with Genshin, and it doesn't only happen when I'm streaming. But when I'm streaming Genshin, it seems to happen really often. So I don't think they're specifically to blame. I think that there's something else going on, and just the combination of the two things... You're in between both of those? Yeah. I don't know for sure. I could try it. I'm willing to do it. Maybe I'll try doing that when I'm done testing my PC. But it's going to be... I don't know. It's going to be frustrating because, like, I've had this problem. Like I said, I've had this problem for years. It used to be something that happened once every 6 to 8 hours or whatever, and now it's happening once every 30 minutes. Alright, well, that test is over. My PC didn't crash, so there's no problems to log, which is... It's a good thing and a bad thing, right? It means there's nothing wrong with my CPU, which is kind of good, but it also means I still don't know which is wrong, which is... or what is wrong, which is kind of bad. But I do have some next steps that he suggested I try. Let's see. He says run a GPU test. GPU stress test. Furmark is his favorite because it looks silly, though Heaven benchmark is free and works too. Both will load the GPU up to 100%. We can again watch temps and voltage and hardware info to ensure stability. Okay, I'm going to see if this Furmark is free. If it is, then I'll use that, and if it's not, then I'll use the other one because I'm not really interested in spending money on this if I don't have to. Oh, okay, let's get that thing out of the way for a moment. What about your RAM? How much do you have? I have 32 gigs of RAM. I have 4 sticks of 8 gigabytes each. Furmark is a lightweight but very intensive GPU stress test. Okay. Oops. On the Windows platform, it's a quick OpenGL benchmark as well, online scores. It's simple to use and it's free. Okay, download. Man, I hate ads like that when you're trying to figure out how to download stuff. Latest version, right here. Alright. Download. Yeah, I can pull up PC specs or whatever if anyone's interested at some point, but essentially I have an Intel i7 multi-core processor, and I've got 32 gigs of RAM. My operating system and a couple other things that I use a lot are on an SSD, and everything else I have on a hard drive. Was blocked. Don't block it. Keep. Reported this app is not commonly downloaded. You should only upload this if you trust. Keep anyway. Open file. Rented it on. Running this app might put your PC at risk. I trust the coworker who sent me this, so. Is it running? Downloads. More info. Run anyway. Okay, that's what I needed to do. Accept. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to, what I'm trying to do is test each thing individually first to see if that can narrow down what the problem is. Okay. And we'll add to our list. I did a CPU stress test via Cinebench. Okay. GPU stress test. Caution, it's very GPU. You may experience some instability or systems such. Do the burn-in test at your own risk. Possible causes: too high overclocking, insufficient power supply, problems with the VGA, cooler, GPU, and RVR. Go! Oh. This is why they call it fur market. Everything's furry. Just meant afterwards because it might be a combo. Yeah, it definitely could be a combo. We'll see if that's what ends up being the case. We can quit looking at CPU stuff. Let's go up to GPU stuff. GPU utilization, 100%. GPU temperature. Okay, they're both there. You know what? I'm going to have this on the other screen so I can still see everything over here. Unless you guys really want to see the furry eyeball thing. Well. Actually, this one doesn't seem to show me very much. I'm not sure. Maybe I could minimize that. Minimize this. Oh. Yeah, I don't need that on the screen. Oh, wrong thing. It's the Cinebench. It's a bit viewer. Did I close out of the other thing? There we go. I don't know if there's anything I'm supposed to be looking at on this. I'm trying to keep all this on the screen. Melissa wants to see the furry eyeball thing. Alright. Furry eyeball thing it is. I want to keep as much of this on the screen as I can. Simply because if it does crash, I want to see it. I'll have like a snapshot. Plot twist: the cable has just been loose for years, and sometimes just get dude, I'd be pissed. Well, I'd be pissed that I put up with it for so long, but I'd be really happy that I didn't have to spend any money to fix anything. My GPU temperature is climbing rapidly. If that comes back good, do that. If we don't get a crash on either of those, it might be a specific game issue or an issue when loading up both CPU and GPU. Well, I know it's not a specific game issue. Ooh, numbers. Hey, Jordan, how's it going? I'm running stress tests on my system. Fuzzy donut of death. Oh yeah. Furry eyeball, man. I'm kind of surprised my PC hasn't crashed yet. We've been live for 40 minutes. Almost 40 minutes. I guess I haven't been running the computer hard that long, but when this test gets done, the next thing that I'm going to do, I don't know how long this is supposed to last, but when this test gets done, the next thing I want to do is I want to run this test and the other test at the same time. Yeah, sorry. Anime inner thoughts for sure. I guess I'm just kind of like speaking my process out loud a little bit. Probably because I'm streaming and I feel like I have to be entertaining. Not a fan of the leopard print. What leopard print? Also, Gage, if you're interested, assuming my computer doesn't crash, we're going to be playing Goose Goose Duck later, which is like a better version of Among Us. That's not leopard print. I wonder if my coworker logged off for the day. Yeah, he did. Quietly downloads Goose Duck. My favorite part about Goose Duck is you get coins every time you play, and you can use those coins to get cosmetics. And one of the cosmetics you can get is a fart, which you can customize to have different things in it. So the fart I got has a fire emoji inside it, so I got fiery toots. It's a fun game. It's made by a bunch of people, but the one that I know was like a person who made mods for Among Us back when it was popular. I'm going to let this go another 2 minutes. Jesus, Kirito. Gage and I make some dark jokes too, but oh my god. So what's crazy to me is when I'm... Okay, so obviously neither of these things cause my PC to crash, right? And when I'm playing Genshin and streaming, my CPU and my GPU are not at 100%. So it doesn't seem like it's either of those things individually, because it's been running at 100% for 9 minutes? I don't know. That joke really crashed and burned. Oh no. What are we at? We're at 10 minutes. I had this problem with other games though, right? Yes, I have. So like, it's happened to me playing like Sea of Thieves with Gage. It's happened to me once in a while. It happened on League. It was really rare. Really, when it happened in League, it was back when I was grinding ranked and I was like getting close to Diamond, so I was like playing all the time. I was playing with like Diamond and Master tier players. So I was playing constantly. It crashed once in a while doing that. It's crashed playing that that new Dark Alliance game, Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. It's crashed doing a bunch of things. I think it even might have crashed once playing like Stardew Valley or something. Like, ugh. Alright, we're sitting at 11 minutes, so I'm going to also start up that Cinemark CPU stress test. And see if I can make us crash. Rendering pass 1. Alright. We've got the GPU stuff here, so I'm going to go down to the CPU stuff. CPU temperatures, those are all... Wow! Those shot up. Oh, yeah, because this shot up right away, too. Alright. Now that CPU utilization is going to stay at 100%. I don't know, should I look at the temperatures? Like, again, I don't think... Feel bad for teachers. What? Is this a quote? Or is this about furries? Oh, man. No, I just went up to it. I'm a soy boy. Someone is on the same side of TikTok as I am. Hilarious. There's a meme where you call some people submissive and breedable. Okay. Alright. Was not aware of this meme. I haven't really been on TikTok lately. I pretty much just watch what people send me, and I don't browse my TikTok anymore. I just watch what people send me. Where's my sin mark? Sin mark. Still going through pass number 1. I've only had TikTok since last week. Dang, you're a little late on the uptake. So my wife and I would watch TikTok together before we would go to sleep sometimes, and I would, on her account, like all the TikToks that have friends, not friends, that have frogs. And so now her TikTok, and she likes TikToks with birds, so her her TikTok is like all animals being cute. It's pretty great. That's what I'm on TikTok for. Liz is very happy about the eyeball. I'm watching you in the basement. Oh yeah, I'm glad that she is. It's kind of mesmerizing to look at, really. Some of the stuff you feel personally targeted by. I've been there, Kirito. I've been there. So if my computer doesn't crash here... Huh. I don't know what it can... What would I be doing playing games that would cause it to crash, whereas like these 2 stress tests don't cause it to crash? Her response was, "I'm not watching it," and stopped sharing it. See, I had some friends that didn't have TikToks, and I just kept sending them stuff until they downloaded it. Gage is one of them. And now, all Gage does is send me TikToks, and they're all freaking Apex Legends, which I don't even play anymore. On the plus side, I feel like my PC is doing this stuff like a champ. On the minus side, if this doesn't tell me what's wrong, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe what I could do is move all these monitors over to the left screen and play Genshin Impact, but stream the monitors. GPU drivers, but with how we're still alive, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. Like, I feel like my computer should be melting right now. I'm sweating. It's getting hot in here. Fan-made editing of Death Note where light gets sent to the Shinigami realm and is killed every way he killed someone. Whoa. That's intense. 240p stream pog. Is it that low? I don't think it's on my end. On my end, the performance says it's good. Look at that. My stream quality is good. 7.8% CPU, 30 FPS, 24 total dropped frames. Whatever that is. Kilobytes per second of what? Is that my upload speed? I have no idea. Look at that crispy 4K quality content. Yeah. How's it going, Tempest? You showed up for a very boring stream. I'm not currently playing any games. I'm trying to figure out why my computer crashes every 30 minutes when I'm streaming Genshin Impact. I'm doing a stress test of both my GPU and CPU at the same time. I've known little about streaming, but Alvi has like a switchboard for his stream stuff. Do you have that, or is it not necessary? I don't have it. I think probably people who do it professionally probably want it. I think people who are doing it for funsies like me, I might get one eventually, just because I enjoy streaming. I have a lot of fun playing games and chatting with people at the same time. It's kind of like socializing, but without having to actually see people. Just came to say hi because it's like nearly 12 a.m. Oh yeah, yeah. Because you're over in Europe somewhere. I think that's right, if I remember correctly. So Gage, as far as the switchboard stuff goes, you definitely don't need it to start. Honestly, I don't know how it is with Twitch, but with YouTube, so I use Streamlabs OBS to do my streaming. Whoa, I just made everything disappear by doing that. That was crazy. But honestly, don't need it. Hey, yeah, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Have a good night. Could slowly swap parts with the other computer just to see if it's a hardware issue. Swap parts with what other computer? With Tiffany's computer? Oh, you know what? I lost this thing again. That's where it's gone. Actually prefer that ending. If it could send you the link, I would. Yeah, so I've watched all Death Note, so yeah, I'd be interested to see it if you can. I don't know if you can, like, when this is live, you could put a comment or something, and I could check it. Or when when it's done being live. When it's just a video or whatever. But, back to what I was saying, though. So, Gage, I use Streamlabs, but, like, honestly, YouTube lets you just stream straight from your computer. I think, though, that it just does your webcam, so it wouldn't. I don't think it would do a screen capture. I don't know. I haven't done it, but I don't think it would do a stream capture. It would just be this, essentially. What are we at here? 21 minutes. Is the Cinemark thing done? It's got to be close, right? Oops, that's not Cinemark. Cinemark once it gets done with this last one. So we ran 10 minutes full CPU, 10 minutes full GPU, 10 minutes full CPU and GPU. I don't know. Swap the GPUs, RAM, PSU, and play for a day or two, see if either PC crashes. I mean, I could. Prefer not to if I can avoid it. There's no way we should be alive if there's an issue. I agree. Doubt RAM is the issue. What storage do I have? You mean like do one thing at a time? Yeah. I mean, I like I said, Jordan, I could do that. I'd prefer not to. I got the 32 gigs of RAM. When you're talking about storage, what you mean? Just like what's my hard drives and stuff? Like I have an SSD, which has my operating system and a few other things, and then I have like a 2 terabyte hard drive. Is your audio the only one that got oddly crisply all of a sudden? I don't know. Well, the CPU test just stopped, so maybe maybe that's why it got better. It got more static-y or less static-y? Alright, how do I tell it to stop? F1. Escape to quit. Okay. That's not what our problems were. Whoa! Oh, okay. It's just that thing. Either of those completely filled with stuff? I haven't looked in a while. Let's find out. Ah! Got more static. Yeah. Let me check these things. All my cables seem fine-ish. This PC. I got 15 gigs free on my SSD. I got 900 free on this. What do I have on this? What is this? No idea. Okay. Program file. I don't have hardly anything on here. Static is gone? Okay, good. Anything in temp? Nope. Oh, I guess anything on my desktop is technically on here. What's in my homework folder? Which homework folder? Was I in here? I don't see a homework folder. But I mean, to me this looks fine, right? Probably half a dozen video files from high school, college. Oh, he says you know Smile. Okay. I don't have one of those homework folders either, Jordan. So I don't think it's a storage problem. What do we do now? Do I try playing Genshin? And see if I can catch something? Try playing now, see if it crashes. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. My one question is... Your homework file's 5 terabytes. Ah, Jesus. You know, we'll just have the monitor stuff over here. And I'll have logs of the monitor stuff, so that won't be a big deal. See if my PC is just moody. Yeah, it probably is. I'm gonna move all of these over. I've got the GPU temperature there. If I crash, I can take a picture because my screen's still up. And then I'll have the CPU. Well, this stuff's all going to be logged, so I don't care. Okay, we're going to give it a go. I've got a bajillion things. But let's see what happens. One thing we haven't seen is disk usage. Games shouldn't be writing stuff to disk, but those stress tests went flawlessly. Hey, how's it going, Lacey? Reishi. Games shouldn't be writing stuff to disk, but... Yeah. Especially games shouldn't be writing to disk when it's like the online games that I'm playing, right? That's like Genshin Impact. Nothing gets saved locally here. League of Legends, stuff isn't saved locally. I'm genuinely not sure. Watch. See, now I'm gonna start up Genshin Impact and it's gonna let me play for 6 hours. Have it your way. Subway. I clicked the stream trying to launch Genshin. Get wrecked, scrub. I don't know how my stream where I'm trying to fix my computer is the stream that I've had more viewers on than I think any other stream. At least more at once. Wish we had more people for game night though. Do we not have enough? I haven't checked Discord recently. Discord, where are you? Nope, that's Twitch. Why am I struggling to find my Discord app? There it is. Oh no! I didn't see that Heidi and JC couldn't play. Rip. Dang it, I was looking forward to Goose Goose Duck. Could still do Minecraft? Yeah, that's true. Although, oh yeah, you said the Ender Dragon thing was ready. But I wouldn't want to do the Ender Dragon without everybody. Whoa, what is happening here? Oh, it's trying to load all this. It's going so slow. Let's close out of some things that are using internet. I had the stream up on my phone so I could check stuff. You want to watch me program on stream? Dude, I hate programming though. Like if you watched me program on stream, it would just be me raging at my keyboard over and over again because I'd be like, why doesn't this work? And then I'd realize I forgot a friggin' semicolon somewhere. when technology doesn't work right, it really tilts me. Because it's like technology is there to make my life easier, and when it doesn't do that and it instead makes my life harder, I just get really angry. Like, probably irrationally angry. It's all fine until the program runs fine for the first time. Yeah. And then you add something and then the whole thing breaks. I shouldn't have gone to school to be a computer scientist, honestly. I kind of like what I was doing today, where it was like troubleshooting and stuff, but also I didn't run into any problems. So I feel like that's why I was so calm. Really not sure what you are. I witnessed the fall of a god. Why did you post it anonymously? Not proud of. Since you've already accepted it, I'll tell you the truth. Back, we ran to the groove. Guy took your weapon. Game programming? Wanted to go to art school for a degree? I think art schools... I think... It's hard. Like, I think that people should do what they want. I do not do game programming. I don't know why Gage thought that I did that. I've had an idea for like a single game. I think we might have talked about it previously, Kirito. That I would like to use. But, how does a non-binary samurai kill people? I don't know. How? They slash them. Thank you, Jordan, for bringing entertainment to my stream. Dude, this guy's getting wrecked. I don't think he's even hit me once. It's all fun and games until he doesn't accept that I'm a worthy opponent. Yeah! What? Oh my.
My apologies.
Yeah, who gave him a sensu bean indeed?
Take flight.
Take this.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna let him come back inside here. I don't want you to respawn again.
Whirling snow.
There we go. Marissa's watching me now and she's falling asleep. Are you saying my stream's boring, Gage? He wants me to help him to complete the deed. I don't know how I feel about that. Have I done my weekly bosses yet? I have not. I haven't hardly been playing because it's been crashing on me. Like, even when I don't stream, it crashes sometimes. It's just not as frequently. Watch enough anime to know what that means. Oh, that's why I haven't got that thing. Finding a lot of questionable screenshots. My favorite part about Ayaka, besides the fact that she can do the whole she doesn't even draw her sword and everybody dies,